you're rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots, and a sexy body full of tats.
Yamaha rider Alex Rins admitted to being extremely upset with Ducati Lenovo rider Marc Marquez after he was involved in a dangerous maneuver during the 2025 Indonesian MotoGP sprint race at the Mandalika circuit, Central Lombok, on Saturday, October 4, 2025. The incident occurred on the first lap, when the race was still very busy. Marquez appeared to be attempting an aggressive overtake maneuver in a fast corner. However, Luca Marini, who was in front of him, suddenly braked hard. This caused Marquez to lose control and nearly hit Rins's bike on his left. Rins managed to avoid the crash with quick reflexes, but at a cost. He lost significant speed and fell all the way to 18th place, completely eliminating any chance of scoring points early in the race. After the race, I was very angry with Marc Marquez because he ruined my race, Rins said in a post-race interview. I understand incidents happen, but this maneuver was truly risky. If I hadn't avoided it, we might have both crashed. Rins added that the incident made it difficult for him to find his rhythm in the early laps, although he eventually recovered and finished the race in 12th place. Meanwhile, Marc Marquez himself admitted that the incident was not intentional. I had to avoid Marini in front, everything happened very fast. Luckily we didn't crash, Marquez said briefly. Nevertheless, tensions between the two Spanish riders appeared to be escalating. Rins hopes race direction will be stricter about such risky maneuvers in the future. And here's the full news. The 2025 Indonesian MotoGP sprint race at the Mandalika circuit, Central Lombok, was filled with tension and heated drama from the start. One of the most notable moments came from an incident between Yamaha rider Alex Rins and Ducati Lenovo rider Marc Marquez, which nearly ended fatally in the opening corner of the first lap. The race was still very tight at the time. All riders were trying to find the best position after the start. Marc Marquez, known for his aggressive riding style, attempted a quick maneuver down the inside. However, Luca Marini suddenly braked hard ahead of him, forcing Marquez to react impulsively. In an attempt to avoid a collision with Marini, Marquez lost his balance and swerved to the left of the track, directly into Alex Rins' path. Rins, coming at high speed, was caught off guard and nearly lost control. He was fortunate to be able to hold onto his bike, but as a result, he was thrown far from the front of the pack and dropped to 18th place. After the race, Rins couldn't hide his disappointment. In media interviews, the Spanish rider appeared still emotional. After the race, I was very angry with Marc Marquez because he ruined my race, Rins said firmly. I know it was a sprint, everyone was trying to be aggressive. But what he did was very dangerous. If I hadn't avoided him, we might have both crashed. Rins also added that the incident really affected his rhythm in the early laps. It took him several laps to calm down and refocus on the chase. Although he managed to improve his position to finish 12th, the result was clearly not what he had hoped for after showing good speed throughout practice and qualifying. I had a good enough pace to compete in the top 10. But after the incident, everything fell apart. I was frustrated because I lost a lot of time just to get back on track, he added. Meanwhile, Marc Marquez acknowledged the dangerous moment, but denied that it was intentional. I had to avoid Marini in front. He braked very hard and I didn't have enough space. Everything happened very fast. I didn't mean to hit anyone. Luckily no one crashed, Marquez explained the situation. Despite his clarification, Marquez's statement apparently wasn't enough to calm Rins. Sources from the Yamaha paddock reported that Rins had wanted to meet Marquez directly in the Ducati garage after the race, but the team calmed him down to avoid a heated confrontation. Meanwhile, MotoGP Race Direction is reportedly reviewing footage of the incident to determine whether sanctions are warranted or whether it should simply be considered a racing incident. Many observers believe this incident demonstrates that Marquez still maintains his trademark aggressive style, which often causes controversy on the track. This Mandalika sprint race featured plenty of drama from the start. In addition to the incident between Marquez and Rins, several other riders, such as Jorge Martin and Enea Bastianini, also nearly collided at turn 4. The heat of the track, coupled with the tension between the riders, made for an intense race until the end. For Rins, this incident was even more painful because he felt he had found his best rhythm with Yamaha, especially after several positive results in previous rounds. He admitted that he would use this incident as a lesson to put in a stronger performance in Sunday's main race. "I have to stay focused. Tomorrow we have a chance to make up for it. But I hope all riders can be more careful, because safety remains our top priority," Rins concluded, firmly but with a calm tone. Now, the spotlight is on the relationship between Rins and Marquez, two Spanish riders who were once good friends, but now appear to be starting to have tensions on the track. Will this be the start of a new rivalry in the 2025 season? One thing is certain, the 2025 Mandalika sprint race will not only offer speed, but also great drama that will continue to be discussed by MotoGP fans around the world. Pramac Yamaha rider Jack Miller once again captured the MotoGP public's attention after offering honest and pointed comments about the Yamaha team's performance, which he described as completely overwhelmed throughout the 2025 Mandalika MotoGP weekend. In both practice sessions, the sprint race, and the main race, Yamaha appeared unable to compete. In a post-race interview, Miller bluntly revealed the areas where Yamaha was experiencing significant difficulties. He explained that Mandalika, known for its fast track, combination of medium-speed corners, and extreme asphalt temperatures, presents a true endurance test for a motorcycle with a smooth character like the Yamaha M1. At Mandalika, you can't just rely on the bike's agility. You need massive power and strong traction on corner exits. Unfortunately, that's where Yamaha is still lagging behind, Miller said with a disappointed expression. From the first practice session, Miller felt that the latest V4 version of the M1 wasn't delivering the sensation he had hoped for. Although Yamaha introduced significant updates to aerodynamics and engine mapping, the results still weren't enough to match the Ducati's incredible speed on the straights and exiting fast corners. "The bike is much better than it was at the start of the season, but we still lose a lot of time in sectors 2 and 3. When accelerating out of corners, the bike feels like it's struggling, even with the new aero," he explained. In the sprint race, Miller was aggressive at the start and managed to break into the top 8, but in the final laps, his speed dropped drastically due to rapid rear tire degradation. This made it difficult for him to maintain his pace. Similar problems resurfaced in the main race, where Miller held 7th place before dropping outside the top 10. "Our tires wore out too quickly. We know Mandalika is very demanding on the stop-and-go style, and that forces the tires to work harder. Ducati was able to maintain their grip, while we really struggled," Miller said, sounding frustrated. Furthermore, Miller admitted that the Yamaha team had been working hard behind the scenes. The technical team, including the Japanese and European chief mechanical engineers, continued to search for the best setup throughout the weekend. However, time constraints and differing data between the test and race meant the results were less than optimal. "They're working non-stop, but we seem to be losing our way. Every time we change the setup, the problem shifts to another area. It's not about hard work, it's about understanding the characteristics of the new bike, which are still full of questions," he added. In fact, in his own words, Miller stated that Mandalika was a reality check for Yamaha. The bike, with its new philosophy, the V4 engine, does have great potential, but it can't immediately match the consistency of the established European bikes in terms of power distribution and aero efficiency. "We're building from scratch. This Yamaha V4 engine has potential, but it hasn't fully integrated with our riding style. We need more time and data. Mandalika proves that we're not ready to fight all the way in all conditions," he said firmly. Miller also touched on the performance of his fellow Yamaha riders, including Fabio Quartararo, who also appeared frustrated by struggling to find grip and stability in Mandalika's fast corners. This reinforces the suspicion that Yamaha's problems are comprehensive, not just a matter of individual rider setups. Fabio feels the same way. "We're all struggling. But I'm confident in Yamaha's development direction, but this progress won't be instant, Miller concluded. Now, after a disappointing weekend at Mandalika, the pressure is back on Yamaha. Many observers believe the blue team must find a real breakthrough before the next round at Phillip Island, or else they could fall further behind in the constructors' and teams' points race. Meanwhile, Jack Miller prefers to remain positive and realistic. He believes Yamaha will recover, but cautions that it will take time and patience to bring the new V4 bike to a truly competitive level. It's not about failure or success in one round. It's about the long-term process. We will continue to learn from Mandalika and come back stronger. Because Yamaha isn't finished yet, Miller concluded confidently.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me. Turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her